You know, for more than 2 decades now, a question has been on the mind of a lot of Resident Evil fans. Will Leon and Ada Wong ever truly find their way to each other? If you're new to their story, it's easy to get caught up in the excitement, the will they or won't they. But for those of us who've been watching since the beginning, well, we see something else, a sadder truth. This isn't really a love story. It's about two souls forever bound together by their scars of a shared nightmare. And that right there is why Leon can never truly be free of Ada Wong. To really understand it all, we have to go back to where it started, Raccoon City. Picture this, a young Leon Kennedy, just 21 years old, showing up for his first day as a police officer, only to find himself in a world of pure chaos. He's a good kid, full of ideals, but completely in over his head. And then, in the middle of all of that, he meets her, Ada Wong. Right from the get-go, their story is built on a lie. She tells him that she's an FBI agent looking for her boyfriend. But that's just a story to cover her real mission, stealing a sample of the G virus for a rival company. And Leon, well, he's young and trusts this very capable woman who seems to be on his side. He falls for it, hook, line, and sinker. If you've seen how they interact, especially in Resident Evil 2's Remake, it's like watching a master puppeteer at work. Ada uses his good heart and his inexperience to pull him right into her schemes. But here's the thing. It's not all one-sided. Despite her deception, Leon sees a spark of good in her, something buried deep down. And for Ada, Leon is everything she isn't. A man with a clear sense of right and wrong. It creates this powerful, almost magnetic connection. He's drawn to her strength, she's drawn to his idealism. Their time in Raccoon City ends in a way that just perfectly foreshadows their whole future. Ada gets badly hurt, and everyone thinks she's gone. But not before sharing a kiss, and then, in a final act of support, tossing him a rocket launcher to finish the fight. This becomes their signature, you see? A bit of betrayal, a bit of using one another, followed by a last-minute save. There's no way to build a healthy relationship. It's the start of a deep, lasting wound. Ada becomes forever tied to the worst day of Leon's life. Then, 6 years pass. The fresh-faced rookie from Raccoon City, well, he's gone. In his place is a tough, seasoned government agent. His job now, protecting the president's own family. He's seen things, and he carries that weight. And just when he's on a mission to save the president's daughter in some forgotten village in Spain, he comes across a ghost. Ada Wong is back, but there's no happy reunion. Instead, she greets him with a gun pointed at his head. And just like that, they fall back into their old ways. She's on her secret mission again, this time trying to get a sample of the Las Plagas parasite for the infamous Albert Wesker. Now this is where someone who's seen it all before has a different view. A newcomer might see all their clever back and forth and think, that's just romance. But if you look a little closer, it's much sadder than that. Ada is always one step ahead, feeding Leon just enough information to keep him useful to her, but never, ever letting him get truly close. She does save his life more than once, but you have to wonder if it's because she cares or because he's a useful piece on the board. Still, Leon just can't seem to let her go. It's during this time that he says something that tells you everything you need to know about them. When someone asks who Ada is, he says, "She's a part of me I can't let go." That's not a man talking about love. That's a man admitting he has a wound that never quite healed. Ada isn't just a woman from his past. She's a living embodiment of his trauma from Raccoon City. He can't let her go because that would mean facing that terrible part of himself that was born from that nightmare. The Resident Evil 4 remake makes this even clearer. Leon is more wary of her. He even asks her straight up if she's changed or if this is just another one of her games. That simple question hangs over their entire history, and Ada's coldness in the remake isn't because she feels nothing. It's a wall she puts up, because caring for Leon is one thing that truly makes her weak. You see, this is a story that's been unfolding for many, many years. And if you enjoy sitting back and getting lost in these kind of deep stories from the games we love, maybe think about hitting that subscribe button. We'll be here, ready to explore more of these fascinating characters together. So if Raccoon City was the moment he was first hurt, and Spain was the scar that was left behind, then Resident Evil 6 is the proof that this cycle is a cycle they just can't break. By this point, their little cat and mouse game isn't a shock anymore, it's a sad, predictable dance. But this time, there's a twist. For a good part of the game, Leon believes that Ada is the one leading the new bioterrorist group called Neo Umbrella. But the woman he's seeing is actually a clone, a woman named Carla Radamus, I guess that's how you say her last name, created by the real villain. The real Ada is out there, moving through the shadows, trying to clear her own name and uncover the whole mess. This puts Leon in a terrible spot. He's chasing a phantom, trying to get answers from the real Ada, while at the same time having to protect her from his allies who think she's a mass murderer. His partner, at the time, Elena Harper, even points it out to him, showing just how tangled up his feelings for Ada really are. He's chasing someone who knows he will never give him a straight answer. And Ada, well, she just keeps their waltz going. She saves Leon, leaves him a mysterious clue, and then vanishes, always putting her secret mission first. Their bond is a strange thing, isn't it? She's both his greatest enemy and his most dependable ally. Their relationship isn't defined by what they have together, but by the space they're forced to keep between them. I've heard that some of the extra story material suggests they had a secret meeting once, something romantic between missions. But even that wasn't enough to change things. It just makes it all the more complicated. They can only ever connect in these quiet, stolen moments and unspeakable glances, because when the sun comes up, their lives are headed for a crash. He's a man trying to stop bioterrorism, and she's a spy who makes her living from it. So, after all this time, what are we to make of it all? Is it love, or is it something much more tangled? When you lay out all the pieces, the picture paints is a very sad one. Their bond is built on lies, manipulation, and a repeating cycle of abandonment and rescue. Leon isn't in love with Ada, the woman. He's attached to Ada Wong, the idea. She is the first and deepest scar from the day his entire life was turned upside down. He can never completely get away from her because he can never truly get away from his past. This is not a love story. It's what some people would call a classic trauma bond. They are two people who can only ever really understand one another because they were both shaped by the same terrible fire. That shared disaster in Raccoon City forged a link between them that time just can't seem to break. Leon is Ada's one and only weakness, the only person who makes her second guess her mission first life. And Ada, she is Leon's oldest wound, a living, breathing reminder of the day his old self died. They can never be together, not in any real, lasting way. Their beliefs and their paths in life are just too different. But they can never truly be apart either. They are trapped in this dance they created themselves, a cycle of danger, betrayal, peppered with these brief, honest moments of care. It's not the thrilling romance a new fan might see at first glance. It's a much more grown-up, tragic, and deeply human story about the wounds that hurt us the most can sometimes feel like the only real connections we have. They may never find peace with one another, but their story will always be one of the most fascinating in all of gaming. What do you think? Is there any hope for a different path for Leon and Ada? Or is this simply their destiny? I'd love to hear what you think down in the comments, and if you enjoyed sitting back and talking about this with me, be sure to like and subscribe for more stories like this. See you in the next one.
Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days.